Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name's Nicole. Let's just say I've been obsessed in collecting designer handbags since I was 10 years old, and I rarely buy new handbags these days. But of course, this bag was an exception, so stick around until the end because I think my final thoughts might surprise you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the review because we're talking about the bag that basically became the face of modern quiet luxury. All right, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Bottega Veneta Mini Jodie in Parakeet Green, aka Bottega Green. And again, I rarely buy bags brand new these days, but this one marked a major milestone. So the question is, was it worth it? Do I reach for it? And would I buy it again? Let's get into it. And so I'm going to be real with you guys. I didn't really understand the Bottega hype at first. I mean, there's no logos, and in my opinion, it's so highly replicated, and the dupes didn't really help. And honestly, I feel like everyone from Amazon to Target had their own version at some point. And not that it matters if you want the dupe. If you want the dupe, go for the dupe. But for those of you that are watching this video and might be interested in the real thing, as someone that's had this bag for a while now, I can tell you firsthand that I can honestly spot the dupes almost instantly. It's something that I just don't know how to explain. The way that the leather looks and then the shape, especially with the knot and the top handle, I mean, the real thing is just unmatched in my opinion. And it's just something you can especially start to tell once you wear and touch the real thing on an everyday basis. And I was initially planning on going with something safe like the black or the fondant, which is that really pretty Bottega rich dark brown color. But then I saw the Parakeet Green in person and I just knew it was it. I just love that it's the slime green color. And honestly, for my first Bottega bag, I just think getting it in such an iconic Bottega color, it's just something that every collector dreams about. So now let's talk about the design. So the Mini Jodie was actually named after Jodie Foster after she was being photographed hiding behind a Bottega bag in front of the paparazzi. You know, just typical icon behavior. This bag's definitely more about form and texture. There's no hardware, there's no logos. So I definitely see my age group gravitating towards this one. It's definitely, if you know, you know. So it's got that signature intricciato weave and the single knotted top handle. Of course, the weaves on this one are larger than the vintage ones, and that was something that Daniel Lee brought in once he took over at Bottega. I really like it because it's a nice, soft, slouchy shape, yet it still holds its structure at the same time. The thing that I love most about this bag is the leather. So yes, the leather is lambskin, and this is my first lambskin bag, and I can honestly say it just feels like butter. It's definitely the softest, most luxurious leather that I own. Granted, I don't have an Hermes yet, but I can just tell that this is super good quality. And I also love that the interior is leather too. It's something that a lot of people don't talk about, and it just really adds to that elevated feel. All right, let's talk about what fits and functionality, because this thing is small but mighty. I'm not someone that typically carries a lot of stuff, and if I do, I would just rather wear a tote. But if you place things in here the right way, it can definitely fit more than you would expect. So let's open this up. I will say one thing about the zipper is that it is nice and smooth. However, the mouth is pretty narrow, so it's not necessarily the easiest bag for opening and closing. But okay, this is what fits inside. So I have, of course, some lipsticks and lip liners, hand sanitizer, some sunglasses, and I even have my card holder with some keys, and let's see, even some AirPods. And so I didn't do it this time, but actually this last weekend, I was able to fit all of these things plus a protein bar. So I don't really understand the reviews where they say the Mini Jodie can't fit a lot, because for me, if it can fit my essentials plus sunglasses, then I'm good to go. So in terms of wearability, there is no crossbody option, unfortunately. So you either have to wear a top handle or crook of your arm, which I'm totally okay with. I have a ton of crossbody options, but if you're a crossbody girly, that might be a deal breaker for you. After having this bag for about a year, it is in near perfect condition. I am super happy with it. One thing that I always do get worried about is because all of these cuts right here are raw, I always do get slightly worried about the leather snagging, and the only sign of wear that I have on this bag is this tiny little snag right over here. Let me see if I can get a close-up for you guys. I have no idea how I got it. I mean, I don't necessarily baby my bags, but I do take good care of them. Again, it is lambskin. It's very delicate. Definitely not something you're going to be wanting to toss around, put on the floor. I wouldn't even wear this to the club, to be honest with you. Now let's talk about the buying experience, because that sealed the deal for me. When it comes to luxury houses these days, I'll be honest, it feels like everyone's cutting corners, but Bottega got it right. Their customer service was next level. They completely walked us through how the bag was made, went over the weaving technique, how long it takes to make the bags, and they also made us some amazing cocktails, and they just really took the time to make it feel like a true moment. And it felt like a moment that was really genuine and intentional, and I'm sorry, but that's how it should be. And it just kind of reminded me of why I fell in love with designer fashion in the first place, especially as a kid walking into these stores with my mom, seeing how she was treated, and seeing how much the sales associates cared about the product. It really felt special. So it makes me really happy to know that this type of customer service is still out there. And honestly, this is how it should be. All right, now let's move on to style and how I wear this. So I love that this bag blends quiet luxury with such a loud color. There's no logo screaming in your face, but the Bottega Green definitely makes a statement. As you guys know, I'm an all black girly, so I love styling it with an all black look for contrast. But you could even wear it with some neutrals for a chic pop of color, or you could even wear it with some denim or streetwear. I think that definitely gives it a cool girl moment. Because of the color, it's definitely a conversation starter every time I wear it. Okay, so is it worth it? So in 2025, this bag is currently retailing for $29.50, which is definitely a huge splurge. Again, I got it as a celebratory milestone, so I have zero regrets. And to be honest with you guys, I now have an emotional attachment to this one. But in terms of if it was worth it, this is going to be a classic do as I say, not as I do. Because if I were to do it all over again, to be honest with you guys, I'd probably get it pre-loved. On the pre-loved market, you can get these anywhere from 20 to 40% off, and that's just really hard to not consider. The only exception is if you're really after a specific color that's limited edition. I know a lot of people really wanted ones from the Daniel Lee era. Daniel Lee is the designer that essentially brought Bottega back. He saw it as this sleeping giant, which he was spot on about. And of course, he's the one that reintroduced the Mini Jodie. Right now, Matthew Blasey is still the creative director. And of course, there's always rumors and turnover in fashion. And so I know whenever there's a creative switch, a lot of people get paranoid that certain purses or silhouettes are going to get retired. I just don't really see that with the Mini Jodie, because it's definitely one of their best sellers and one of their most popular bags. So I really don't see them getting rid of it, at least not anytime soon. But again, you never know. All right, so let's go into final thoughts. At the end of the day, this bag might not be the most practical, but it is definitely magical. The leather, the color, the way it makes me feel when I wear it, it's one of those pieces that truly feels special to me. I do find myself reaching for this one a ton. Usually if I want a bag for a pop of color, I find myself rotating between this one and then my LV Episac triangle in red. And honestly, I just think Bottega being able to dominate fashion right now with no social media presence, I mean, they have no Instagram, that is true power. When your design speaks so loud, yet you have no logos and you don't have to say a word, iconic. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's review. Let me know in the comments, would you go with the classic black or would you go with Bottega Green? Make sure you like, subscribe so I can keep posting videos like this one, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.